So I went to go see The Heat. It stars Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, and it's directed by the man who brought us Bridesmaids. I'm really outside the target demographic for this, but I'll be as fair as I can, alright folks? So, right up front I'll say, this is not the sort of movie that you go to see for plot or story or anything like that. It's just not. The screenwriter was not there to write a good story, the screenwriter was there, she was there to write jokes, and that was pretty much it. She was there to, the plot is simply there to progress from one joke to the next to the next. So when I say that this is possibly one of the most bog standard buddy cop movies that I've ever seen, I mean it. Like, you can go down the list of buddy cop plot points and they're all there. A notable exception though, the boss screaming at the two cops, that's not there. It's actually reversed. Melissa McCarthy's character screams and completely cows the boss, the police chief, who's played by I forget his name, but the actor who played Biff in the Back to the Future movies. Basically he's channeling, you remember the later Back to the Future movies where Biff was the sort of subservient, yes man? That's kind of who he plays, but he's the police chief. Now initially I was sort of taken back by the film, because it initially sort of came across as, the humor was, look how horrible these men are. Compared to Sandra Bullock's. But then Melissa McCarthy's character came into that, and it hit me. The joke is, look how horrible these people are. Every single person in the movie is an absolutely wretched excuse for humanity, with one sole exception. That's Marlon Wayans' character, and he's sort of there as kind of the almost perfect boyfriend kind of character. He's respectful and polite, and but commanding when he needs to be at the end, and friendly, well-spoken. Yeah, he's there as kind of the hey look, you should date him sort of character. But yeah, no, everyone else in the movie is absolutely wretched. They have I don't know what they like. They have this whole kick about there's an albino character who's a just complete gigantic misogynistic jackass. Like absolutely wretched human. And the joke is that, oh, he's evil because he's albino, which I didn't quite completely get. Maybe I missed a reference there, but that was the big joke about him, aside from look how horrible a human he is. But no, like Sandra Bullock's character, she's that sort of know-it-all, overly ambitious character who no one likes. She's just kind of an ass, who's alone and no one really likes her, and because she's just, yeah, that's her. And then Melissa McCarthy's character is, and I gather it's her thing, but she's that sort of take every single incredibly bad stereotype about overly macho jocks and flip it, and that's pretty much her. She's serial one-night stand character, and like throughout the entire movie, little men come up to her with like puppy dog faces, and like, oh, I had a great time the other night, why didn't you call? Yeah, and she's, so there's that, and that was kind of funny, I guess, to an extent. She's the gigantic slob and lives alone, and like, keeps on trying to give someone a sandwich from like half of a sandwich from the other week, and yeah, there were some jokes, there were some laughs in there. I found some of it funny, but for the most part, the humor really left me flat. If I'd been in the target demographic, maybe I would have found it more interesting, and I can't even really pin down what exactly the target demographic is. I know most of the people who were in the theater with me were laughing uproariously, so if you're in the target demographic, near as I can figure, hysterical. But yeah, it's just, like, a lot of the jokes, one of the nightclub owner, who they have to sort of put a bug on in order to find the drug dealer who's killing people that they need it, right? In order to get close to him, Sandra Bullock needs to get all sort of, tarted up and plant the bug on his phone. And his comment to her is, oh, she's the first woman over 20 that he's thought was hot, and like all the other interactions with him in the movie is him sort of insulting how attractive Sandra Bullock is. Maybe that would have been funny if like something like that had happened to me, or I don't know. But I don't see how that's funny. He's an ass. Maybe that's, it just, most of the humor in the movie is like that. It's just, look how horrible these people are. And it's not really so much jokes as it is just horrible people interacting with each other. And as I said, there were some fun things, like there was a montage sequence of Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy's character sort of partying at this dive bar. That was funny. Because I find drunk people to be kind of stupid and entertaining to watch. It was okay. It wasn't a bad movie, and I can see why people might enjoy it. As I said, obviously the rest of the theater really liked it, but it just kind of left me a little flat. Admittedly, I did laugh sometimes in there, so I guess as a comedy it didn't fail. It served its purpose. I went to the movie and I laughed a couple times, and and I left not hating the film. And really, that's I guess the bare minimum I ask for in a comedy to be successful. So take that for what you will. And if anything that I described sort of sounds like you might enjoy it, and you're like, well, and you think I'm stupid for not finding some of it funny, or something along those lines, I mean, if anything that I've said seems like it might entertain you, go and see it. Because as I said, the studio, like the theater where I was, it killed, for the most part. So for me, it was kind of take it or leave it. I know a lot of people out there are going to like it. So, yeah. If you see it, enjoy. Let me know why you liked it, because I'm curious. I didn't get why it was so uproariously funny. But if you know why, or if you think, please let me know. If you think I'm an idiot, let me know why. Yeah. Until next time, folks. Later.